Shut up, Fab. What's going on, yo? Want to do a video about the all the different things in the Uconnect system and the gauge cluster here. Got my Starbucks, fucking frappe. Yes, I drink frozen drinks year round. Winter, summer, spring, I don't care. It could be -2 degrees. I'm getting me a iced coffee or a frappe. I don't drink hot coffee. Iced coffee, frappe, whether it's hot or cold. Anyway, the city driving is horrible. Look at the range. I have a 78-mile range and I have over half a tank. And that shit just keeps dropping and dropping. Anyway, let me turn it off real quick. Turn it off real quick so I'm not wasting gas. So, run the car to access the performance pages. Yes, that is correct. I do. Oh no, I can just turn the access to and there we go. All right, so what was I talking about? The different pages inside the car. So you got there's the default screen. There's the radio screen is your default screen. It doesn't have to be your default screen, but when you turn it on, this is what it defaults to. But if you put it on media or this while you're driving, it'll stay on this screen until you change it. But when you turn the car off and on, this radio screen is your default screen. I'm sorry, you see all the fingerprints in here because the sun is glaring and all that crap. So, what else? Here, mute button to mute the sound. Screen off and on button. Stability control, you can turn that off and on as you please. The park sense for your backup, for your backing up and on your sides. I don't have adaptive cruise control, so I do not have the front sensor, which is fine with me because I don't need adaptive cruise control. Regular cruise control is good enough. But I do have the sensors on the sides and the back. So if you're changing lanes or reversing, you're getting too close to a car, it'll beep while you're driving and it'll let you know, alert you. Drive modes, you press drive modes. That'll bring you to your SRT modes. Same as here. If you're in the default screen, which is the radio screen, and you press SRT mode, that'll also bring you here. So drive modes button and SRT mode button is the same thing. Defrosters, temp up, temp down, auto. I keep it on auto. And your knobs for volume and tuning. It's very simple. That's the one thing about Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, American-made cars is their clusters, their interior gauges usually are very simple, very intuitive. A lot of these German and foreign cars, you sit down, the whole shit right here, all the way down here is just massive buttons everywhere. You don't know what the hell is going on. You got to sit down and really study your car. But here in American vehicles, because they call us dumb Americans. But we're the world leaders, #1 power in the world, so we aren't that dumb. But yeah, here in America, we like to keep shit simple. On your steering wheel, I wish this said Scatpack or SRT instead of Dodge, but it is what it is. You have your phone controls here. This changes the gauge cluster. I'll show you that in a minute. And your cruise control. So we can start here. So as you cycle through here, you have miles per hour. You can change to kilomiles per hour if you press the OK button, change to kilometers. But we're in America, so we keep it mile per hour. Vehicle info, you have your tire pressure. My shit is off. You need to get that evened out. You also get your coolant temp, I'm pressing left and right now. So I press up or down, you change it from speedometer. I press down, vehicle info. So now go to the right, you get your coolant temp, your trans temp, oil temp, oil pressure, oil life, battery voltage, intake air temp. I do have a cold air intake in this car. I installed it myself. I have a video on installing it. Not showing me fully installing it, but I have like a makeshift video of my installation of my cold air intake. So Mopar brand cold air intake. I only use Mopar brand stuff. I don't like to use aftermarket stuff. Engine torque, engine power. So you can measure all that real time while you're driving. Engine torque and engine power. You can also do that in the SRT pages, which I'll show you in a few. And when you put the accessory, put it in run, accessory on the run. Yeah, so when you put the accessory in run, this check engine light comes on, but that's only when you have it in run without starting the car. So if you see that, don't worry about it, because that's only from, that comes on automatically to let you know that the lamp is working. When you put it in run, it lets you know that that lamp is on. Now, if you start your car, like I'm gonna start it right now, it goes off. Now, if your check engine light is on while your car is running, that's when you have an issue. Hear her rumbling in the background. So yeah, 0 to 60 mile per hour time. I might do that today, and I may add it to the end of this video. A couple 0 to 60 pulls, recording that while I'm moving in real time. 0 to 100 mile per hour. I'm not gonna do that on video. 1/8 of a mile timer, quarter mile timer, braking distance, G-forces. You can measure all this stuff in real time as you're driving, which is good shit. Oof, this heated seat is on. All right, lap history. You obviously could tell I haven't done anything in this car. It's just been driving around the city. That's all I've been doing. Low mileage, only 1,700 miles on there. I did a small trip upstate. That's about it. I haven't been driving. Trying to keep the miles low now that I know that I'll be trading it in. I need to keep these miles low. My average right now is 10.5 miles per gallon. Ain't that lovely? 10.5 miles per gallon is my average. You see that? Look at that. Look at that. What else we got going on here? All right, that's it. Change it here. Trip info, average 10.5 miles per gallon. Also goes to the audio, which displays here. So this is pretty much useless to me. I guess what you could use this for, I guess, is you could turn it here, and then you press the side button, and you can change the channel. Nope, that doesn't even work. So I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, here screen setup. Press OK to the screen setup. You could change what you want to do. You see the highlight, the red highlight, upper left, upper right. I like to have mine with my compass and my gas range, so I know what direction I'm going and how much gas I have left. You could change it to a lot of different things. Current gear, turn that on. I don't know why that was off in the first place. It shouldn't have been off. Gear display, single or full. So you can have it single or full, up to you. I prefer mine's full. What you want in the center? Screen setup. Upper left. What can I put in the center? Menu title, digital speed, compass. That's what I should put in the center. It's the compass. And then left, I will put, don't need the time, already got the range. Put my average. Current means how many miles per gallon are you using based off how you're driving. So if you push the throttle real hard, it'll obviously drop, and if you let off, it'll go up. It's just current based on how you're driving. Your trips. Outside temp. Should I put the outside temp there all the time? I guess I'll leave it on my average. So yeah, that's your freaking center middle screen setup. So right now I'll just put it back to speedometer. Alrighty. And then you have your miles per hour, gear setting, gas. Over here you have your lights, auto, automatic, and then you have your high beams off. This is for your interior lighting. You turn this up, turns up your interior lighting. This is for your ambient lighting. This is the lighting that's here. You can't see it because it's daytime. Window locks, unlock, mirror adjust. Then you have seat adjustment settings. One for me, one for the wife. All right, now to the Uconnect screen. Is this focusing well? I feel like it's kind of light. Anyway, right now I have it on auto. My custom mode is as such. My custom mode is transmission in sport, paddle shift is off, traction in street so I don't spin out everywhere, and suspension in street so I have a decent, comfortable ride. Steering in sport so I have a tighter control of my steering. Also, when you put the transmission in sport, it opens up the exhaust so the exhaust is louder. And if you put it in track, transmission in track, let's go to custom setup. So if you put the transmission in track, it opens up the exhaust, keeps the valves open all the time, and it's very loud. But what I notice is it's the loudest in track, but in sport you get the gurgles and the pops on downshift. So when you're in sport, it's louder than street, and also when you downshift or let off the throttle, you get a lot of the gurgles and pops and a lot of the extra sounds. But in track, I noticed that you don't get a lot of gurgles and pops. The shit is just open all the time, sound just constant flow. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but it's just loud, constantly open, making regular exhaust noise. While in sport, you get a lot of the gurgles and the pops and the cracks. You get a little bit of that in street as well, but it's just more subdued. But in my custom mode, that's how I like to keep it. Then you have sport, where everything goes into sport mode. Then you have track, where everything goes into track mode. Auto. Then you could put in eco mode. Eco mode is good for when you're doing long distance highway driving. It's not gonna do much for you in city driving. Eco mode is for long distance highway driving to keep your gears revving at a higher level. When I drove upstate for a bit, I had it in eco mode for the whole trip, and I got so used to it, you know, driving eco mode, trying to save gas. Then when I got down to the city highways, I put it back into my custom mode, and the throttle response is dramatically different. The throttle response in this car in eco mode, once you start using it, you switch to eco mode, you start using it, you're not going to notice a change. But when you drive it for a while in eco mode, and then you go back to sport or street, and you change it back, you notice a very sharp difference in throttle response. It moves faster, responds faster, exhaust opens up. Eco mode really locks this car down and slows this car down to an extent that I didn't feel in the Jeep. What are you looking at? Why is she looking at it? Why she looking at it? She keep looking at it. It's okay. Yeah, my bad. Had a bystander, a passerby, all up in the car looking. Yeah, but yeah, eco mode really throttles this car down, man. Where are we gonna go to? Media, connect a device, Bluetooth to the aux, to the USB. You know, everybody knows what the hell that is. Controls, you got heated seats, cooled seats, heated steering wheel, heated seats, cooled seats for the passenger, mirror dimmer. Here, you press the settings button, you go to your settings, language display, you know, all the good stuff. Set theme, there's a bunch of different themes you can use. I use theme number 2. This is theme, come on. Theme 3. Gonna go through the themes real quick so you guys can check them out. Has a demon freaking, why does it have a demon theme in the Scatpack? I don't get it. Just a Challenger. Another thing that don't make sense, this is a Charger. Honeycomb again. Hellcat. All your different themes. Starting tree, starting lights, the tree. What's the difference between 2 and 3? I'm not sure. It looks the same to me. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I see. It doesn't have the red tint. Okay. So that's what I'm going to keep it at. Yeah, have the clock camera, safety, driving assistance, park sense, blind spot monitoring, hill start assist. Mirrors right, tilt and reverse. I don't like the tilt when I reverse. That shit is horrible. Blocks my view. Doors, locks. My bad, I'm trying to press while I'm looking through the phone and my finger's not going the way I think it's going. What else we got? But yeah, this is the options menu. Auto comfort on. Engine off options. Easy exit seats. Yeah, that's the options menu. So where was we at? Controls. So that's what happens when you press settings from the controls menu. You go there. Then you have the apps. It shows you all the apps you have. These apps you can slide and drag and put them down here. And these are the ones I want to have down here to use. Those are your apps. Climate. You can sync it, which I will put it back to sync. Max AC, you can control it. All your controls here, or you can just use the shit down here, or you could use it up here. Either way, kind of redundant to have it in 2 places, but this is easy to access because it's right there. To get here, you got to press a button to get here. SRT mode. SRT mode, as I said before, sport, custom, track. This is where you can customize your different drive modes. Then you have race options. This is where you have launch control. Raise my RPM on my launch control. I'm gonna leave mine at 22. Line lock. It's a picture of a demon because line lock originally came in a demon. So I guess they just ported the software over, you know, without changing anything. Like, we'll just port it over. They're not gonna notice. They don't care anyway, right? I would rather that be a Charger, in all honesty. In all honesty. Then you have the phone. Don't drive and be on the phone. But yeah, it's not that much to the Uconnect system. Not that much to the Uconnect system at all. Any apps I missed? Let me see. Send and Go. What is that? I have no idea what that is. Okay, fuck that. Wi-Fi hotspot projection manager. That's when this can mirror your phone. I don't know if it has the ability to mirror. This mirrors your phone with Apple CarPlay. Go back. Travel link. Let's go in there. Movie listings, fuel, sports, weather map. Looks like we have a cold front coming in, guys. It's it's either coming out or coming in. I'm not sure. I can't really tell which way it's going to come in, but we have a cold front here, as you can see. And yes, it's cold as fuck, 30 degrees outside. So yes, there is a cold front. 31 degrees, partly cloudy. What's the 5-day forecast looking like? 0% chance of precipitation, which is good because I just washed my goddamn car. But it looks like it's going to get a little bit warmer, 43 degrees on Wednesday. Whoop-de-doo. Oh, go back here. Who is that? Jacquees, the king of R&B? Yeah, okay. Next one. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, performance pages. I'm about to leave you guys without going through the performance pages. Take a little while to load. So here's your performance pages. Measure your horsepower, G-force. You can add, it says click to add a widget, so you can add whatever else you want to measure while you're driving. You have your timers, 0 to 60, ready to record. I'm going to do a 0 to 60 pull a little later. I'll try to incorporate it in this video. Let me see, what's the best 0 to 60 if it has it here? My best 0 to 60 is 6.3, so you know I have not been doing shit in this car. I've just been driving it like Miss Daisy. What was my last 0 to 60? Oh, I didn't have one. Oh boy. Gauges. Oil temperature, oil pressure, all the gauges that you could get in the cluster. You can also get it here too. G-force, you can measure it while you're driving. Engine, your torque, your power, your oil pressure, how much oil pressure you're using. On the dyno, measure your power and your torque. They have a built-in dyno for you dyno guys here that want to see the performance of your car on the street, on the road, and not on an actual dyno. You can do that. And these are your performance pages. And you look, there's a camera here, so you can press that to take a picture, a screenshot of your results, and it saves. And how you get that screenshot, I have no idea. But anyway, yeah. So that's a little detailed, in-depth look at the Uconnect in my 2019 Scatpack. What was that? What is this? Oh, my tint warranty. Formula One window tint. Ceramic. Well, I was looking for this. This is my coupon that they sent me in the mail for, guess what? A fucking Trackhawk. They know what's up. They know what's going on. $2,000 bonus cash on the Jeep Trackhawk, which probably expired and I won't be able to use it, but I'm gonna take it with me anyway. Yeah, one last look at the window sticker. On my 2019 Scatpack Plus. These are the options that I'm always talking about. The Plus group, Dynamics package, driver confidence, navigation travel group. That's for the Uconnect with the navigation, just in case you need it. I like to have it, even though I only use Google Maps. Harman Kardon. Cargo net for the trunk, power sunroof, dual carbon stripe, adaptive damping suspension, summer tires, which I took off here immediately and replaced them, red brake calipers, New Jersey cost surcharge, $53,375. All right, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary, gender mutual, I don't know what the fuck I am, people. That's it for today. Now it's time for me to go pick up the wife.